Hey again everybody, Senora Shook. This video will instead of Sheba be featuring baby cat who loves to sleep with her face just face planted into the couch, so that's normal. So we're going to do Proteger today, and what's great about Proteger is there's only one problem that we have to worry about, unlike Reducir or Resolver. So what is that one problem? Proteger has an irregular yo form, but it totally makes sense if you think about it. Okay, so let's think about it because I don't want to just say it is what it is, let's move on. So why does Proteger do this J thing? Okay, well, let's think about if it were a normal verb. And so I would write like this. So this is what Proteger would be if it were normal. Well, how do you say that word? You say it protego. Well, that does not sound like proteger because the G in proteger sounds like an H, really, right? Proteger. This sounds like a G, protego. So we don't want that. So this G converts to a J in the yo form only, because we don't want that G sound. So now it's pronounced protejo, which sounds like proteger. Okay, but here's where we have to be careful because sometimes we like to apply that problem elsewhere, but we're not going to do that. So in the to form, for example, looks like this. Why? Because that is pronounced how I want it. That is pronounced proteges. It already naturally has an H sound in that position. If you think about the word, I'm not going to say it, so you can guess how you say it. If you think about this word, how do you say this word? It means people. Hopefully you just try to say it to yourself. Okay, so that way I'm not the only one feeling like a fool here. It is gente, right? Gente. So a GE already makes a hey sound, gente. So it already makes the right sound up here. So that's why it's literally only happening in the yo form. Okay, so yo form only, let's not over apply that problem. Okay, we're going to practice in the nosotros form because sometimes I neglect nosotros form and sometimes we all neglect nosotros form because we don't speak in nosotros form a ton. We speak a lot in yo, a lot in tu, a lot in el ella when we're talking about other people or even ellos, but we don't speak in nosotros a ton. So let's do nosotros. All right, so we're going to do the present tense first. And so we're writing down, we protect. Now, I just told you about that J problem. Well, think about what letter comes next in the nosotros form. Okay, is that going to give you the H sound that you want? And if it does, great. We don't need to worry about it. So the we protect is protegemos. Protegemos. Okay, we didn't do anything weird, just protegemos. All right, so now we're going to do we protected using the preterite. Okay, so hopefully you're starting to get a hang of your preterite endings. And so we are going to end up with a different ending because this is an ER verb. AR verbs share an ending with present and preterite. IR verbs share an ending with present and preterite, but not ER. Because in the present, we said it was protegemos, but in the preterite, it is protegemos. Protegemos, so there is a difference. Okay, protegemos. That is we protected. And then finally, we used to protect. Again, that used to tells us that it's imperfect, which tells us that it's going to be either aba or ia. In this case, it's going to be iamos because it is an ER verb. So in total, we have protegemos, protegimos, protegiamos. Oh, I don't know if you heard that, but if so, that is my other dog, Misha. If you didn't, then just ignore me. All right, we are going to protect, and we are protecting. I love these ones. Why? Because you just need to remember that there are 3 parts, but there's no problem. There's no problem with these. Let's just make sure that we do the we are protecting and the we are going to in the nosotros form. If we do that, then we're good. All right, so we are going to protect is vamos a proteger. That's a really terrible R, but that is an R. Okay, vamos a proteger. That's still a terrible R. And then estamos protegiendo. So it's ando y endo. We did estamos though because it's we are protecting. Okay, estamos protegiendo. Now, one thing that I haven't mentioned in previous videos is confusing the ando y endo with the auto ido. And the way you avoid doing that is that the ando y endo has the letter N in it, right? And that's because it's ing form. So it means ing. Whereas ado, ido are the ed form. There's no N in them. They're not ing. Okay? All right, let's try these commands because these commands, again, Only one's regular, that's the 2 positive. The other 4 are going to go opposite, which means we're starting in yo form. I just told you that proteger is irregular in yo form. So let's start with our usted, per usual. Usted's going to be opposite, so make sure you start with yo form, take off the O, opposite ending. Then I'm going to do my positive 2. I'm going to do my positive 2, okay? And then I'm going to do my negative usted, and then I'm going to do my negative 2. Again, pause me if you need to. Okay, pause me if you need to. So here are the 4 commands that we have. We have proteja, because I started with protejo, and then I took off the O and did opposite ending, proteja. Then I have protege, that is a G, protege. Okay, so it's regular LA form. And then I've got no proteja, looks the exact same as proteja, because it is, just a no. And then no protejas, just have to add an S to represent 2 form. Okay, so those are my 4 commands for proteger. What is my let's command for proteger? Well, and that's dog number 3, Louis. Proteger in the let's form, I have to start with yo form, take off my O, and add my opposite ending. And so that will lead me to protejamos. Now it does have a J. We have talked about how we ignore the stem change. Well, this is not a stem change, right? It's not an E to IE, it's not E to I, it's not O to UE. And how do you know that it's correct? Well, if I were to pretend like I'm not gonna do that J thing, I'm gonna stick with the G. I'm gonna write it really terribly again. Okay, this word that is a G would be pronounced, that did not help, would be pronounced protegamos, and we don't want that G sound, right? We don't want protegamos, we want protejamos. So in general, every time it's opposite, it's got the letter J. And then the last 2 forms we have are it is protected and I hope that you protect, for example. So let's do it is protected. Let's say the animals are protected. The animals are los animales. So I have 2 words. I have to have my form of a star. And then I'm going to make sure I use auto-ito form for protected. I'm going to have to match, and it's los. Okay, so the 2 words that I end up with are están protegidos. Protegidos. Now, did you notice? This guy gets to stay a G. Don't do the J thing anywhere else except for the yo form and when it's opposite. Why? Because this is pronounced correctly, right? The letter G before I is already pronounced correctly. So I'm going to keep it as a G. So protegidos. Okay, están protegidos. And the last one, since we're practicing the nosotros form, let's say it's good that we protect. It's good that we protect. So since I am triggering the subjunctive, I'm going to do the opposite ending nosotros, which we've already done because we did the let's protect, and it's going to end up being the same word because we're doing opposite ending nosotros, which started with protejo, take off the O, protejamos. So yes, it is the same word as the let's protect because let's protect and it's good that we protect are both subjunctive. Now, how would you know the difference? Well, in context, right? So you would know based on the context of your speech. But yes, it would be the same answer on your quiz. All right. Somebody's hungry, so excuse the barking. All right, so let's just finish up by doing really quickly, do a practice in the 2 form. I'm going to do a speed round. Pause me. I'm going to do 3 at a time. So I'm going to do you protect. So I'm doing the 2 form. You protect. You protected, and you used to protect. So you protect, you protected, you used to protect. So we end up with proteges. We did not change that G to a J. We do not need to. It's not the yo form. Protegiste, again, we did not change that G to a J. And protegias, always have an accent on the EM. Okay? All right. I guess you can pause. Technology, right? Why am I holding it up again? All right, great. You are going to protect. And you are protecting. We have 3 words for you are going to protect, and we have 2 words for you are protecting. We are making sure to do the correct ending for protecting. So we have vas a proteger and estás protegiendo. No problems. Just gotta make sure we do estás, put our accent, make sure we do vas because it's the 2 form. No problems. All right, quickly doing the commands one more time, even though we already did them. Just get those commands in. So we have the usted command. We have the to command. We have the negative usted command. We have the negative to command. And finally, we have let's protect. Which one is regular? The positive 2. You said. That is correct, I say. And so what do we end up with? Proteja with a J, because we started with the yo form. And we don't want protega. Protege, we can keep the G, because it's fine. It's not pronounced incorrectly, and it didn't come from the yo form. So we're doing protege. Negative usted matches positive usted, so it is no proteja, no protejas, and protejamos. All the opposite forms have J. Oh, baby cat, how nice. You can join us now. Just resettling, I see. Okay, and the last two that we quickly have are, let's say the cat is protected. The cat is protected, so el gato, right? El gato is protected using our auto-ito form. And then let's finish by saying it is good that you protect. So it is good, which triggers the subjunctive, aka opposite ending. So the cat is protected. It is good that you protect. And what do we end up with? Está protegido. This is the cat, because the cat is el gato. And protejas. You protect. It is good that you protect. I triggered the opposite ending. Yo form. Took off the yo. Opposite ending. Okay, so just to summarize, what's the problem with proteger? Just one. Protejo. The yo form has a J, which means that all of my opposite forms also have a J, because I started with the yo form. Okay, so proteger's just got the one problem. If you're doing this video last, we already did reducir, we already did resolver, so go back and look at those if you haven't done those. That's the order I filmed them in, at least. Probably has nothing to do with what order you watch them in. So make sure you try all three, because they all three have different problems. Make sure you're prepared for all of them. You know, if you get a perfect, the last one's an automatic perfect. Not only that, but you want to feel good about it in September, so that by the time January rolls around, we're there. We don't need to worry about the fact that it's going to be out of order eventually. So stay tuned for more videos about grammar, because I know we are really practicing the subjunctive in class right now. So I will have like a review video for subjunctive, but right now just getting those Verbo Vitamina ones out there. So hopefully you guys can practice that. Hope that it helps. And if you have any questions, let me know in class, email, comments below, whatever. Make sure that you are asking questions when you have them, because who knows, maybe I explained it like a crazy person. You never know. Goodbye, baby kitty, and I gotta go feed all these dogs. So have a good one. Bye.